Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here, coming at you today with an interesting deck that I have been playing a little bit and having a lot of fun with, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So here it is. It features the Witch and the 3 Musketeer, and obviously the Giant is going to be that big meat shield, and the rest are pretty much supporting or counter defensive cards. So let's go ahead and hop right into some live matches here, and we'll see how we do. So starting out, the thing about this deck is obviously no Elixir Collector, and it's a pretty expensive deck. So you really have to make sure you get great usage out of that Witch and mostly that Rage spell. You have to pick your spots for it, and you also have to pick your spots when you unveil that you have the 3 Musketeer card and the Rage card. Those are kind of like your two little aces in your pocket if you need them. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this match. Kind of distracted here. Let's kind of try to pick things up. So we have the Witch in the left lane. I'm going to put the Giant there so you can see I might be successful right here. I'm going to choose to arrow down this Prince here instead of using the Rage, but you know what? Probably could have gotten by just using the Rage instead right there, but either way, wow, good game, he says, and it looks like this is going to be the fastest 3 crown in the history of 3 crowns, but you can see how successful this deck can be, certainly, if you just take your opponent off guard for 1 second, or if you really capitalize on Elixir advantage, you can see that it can be a lethal deck just off of that match there. So let's hop into another one. Let me just open up this chest first. Let's see what we got here. Some gold, some minions, Giant. Basically, it's our deck. Yeah! Okay, not the lightning and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get this one started, and we will enter in another match. So this time going against Gabriel, and let's see what they do first. Interesting starting hand for us here. We're not going to play the 3 Musketeers to open up the match. We're obviously going to play the Witch at this point, and then from there it's going to be interesting. Might have to just play defense here because we have Goblins, Spear Goblins, 3 Musketeer, and Rage. We have nothing really to tank at this point. Obviously the Skeletons, but that will be it. Let's go ahead and take down this... oh, did you see his Princess? Wow, she totally one-shot my Goblins. She kind of did a 90-degree turn and then killed them. We didn't get any damage done to that left tower. Now he's coming at me with a Royal Giant and Barbarians. Okay, not very good start to this match. My Giant's going to do a great job there of doing some distraction. I just have no choice other than to pepper in some Spear Goblins at this point and hope for the best, but it looks like he's going to take down my left tower. Look at my Giant. He made it all the way to the opponent's tower. I'm going to Rage. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That was awful, awful, awful there. My Witch is going to get a couple hits in here, but I thought my Giant had way more hit points than he did, and he just disappeared as soon as I dropped that Rage. Well, things are not off to a great start for us. Let's go ahead and take care of this Princess, and we're at a 1-0 or a 0-1 tower deficit here. So let's go ahead and, like I said, try to make a comeback here. Just some bad plays starting off this match here. So let's put a Giant down, and he will go left, and then we'll use a Witch to try to defend against what will be a pretty tough push here on the right. You know what? Let's go ahead and swap to 3 Musketeers. We'll put them right in the middle here. Gonna need some heavy fire for sure to stop this Royal Giant. Ooh, good fire spirits on his part there, but I do take down the Royal Giant. Now I can go ahead and take down the Princess and hopefully follow up this Giant with the minions in the left here. So come on, minions. Oh boy, a little late there again. And I can't use my Rage, but my Giant takes down the tower, so that was good. So now let's go ahead and now we're tied. And, you know, it was a little sloppy there, but we're making a comeback here. So let's go ahead and follow back this Giant with a 3 Musketeer, and this should do it. So we're going to Rage them right here, and he has no answer at this point. Maybe he's given up. He hasn't left the match. What's going on here? But we have 3 Musketeers behind the Giant. That's really what it's all about, and it will be a, I shouldn't say easy 3 crown, but I don't know what happened to poor Gabriel here. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, I guess. Wow, kind of lucked out there. I had the comeback on the left tower, and then once I put that 3 Musketeer down behind that Giant, he didn't really answer anything defensively, nothing to counter it. So interesting there. Let's go ahead and, okay, we're playing against Chaps here. So again, I have a good starting hand here. Giant, 3 Musketeer, Witch, and Minion. So there's no Elixir Collector in this deck. No Legendaries at all in this deck. So there's really nothing to play right off the bat in terms of a Princess or an Elixir Collector. So really, you're going to be starting most matches out with either a counter or your Giant or your Witch. So we're gonna, speaking of which, we're gonna sneak her in. You know what? Actually, Spirit Goblin instead to try to get this. Oh, I thought it was minions, and it was a minion horde. It's okay. We're gonna kind of hold back here. Put the witch right over here. She should be able to stop those minions, and she does. You see that witch? She is really powerful now against those minions. So let's go ahead and put a giant down right now. Quick. Oh, just barely got that in there in time here. Now let's try to rage it. Okay, the rage did not drop, and they took down my skeleton. Let's again put down the minions here, take down the spirit goblins. I'm gonna get a few hits from the giant down on that tower. That's not too bad. And now my minions are gonna get a few more hits. So okay, pretty good start there. Let's go ahead and recoup, though. I think he probably has an elixir advantage at this point. So let's kind of see what's going on here. This is really the least entertaining time of the match when we're about halfway through, and both of us are just waiting for a total elixir recoup here. So it looks like maybe he didn't have the elixir advantage. I'm gonna go ahead and put spirit goblins over here, but you can see a lot going on the left, a little bit too far up on those 3 musketeers on my part. Not a great defense there, but it's okay. We're still in the lead slightly here. Let's go ahead. I'm sitting on the rage spell, obviously. I'm going to put minions against this princess. Hopefully they get to the tower. We play spirit goblins as well. It's going to be an even trade-off, and that's okay because I actually gained 1 elixir in that trade. Let's go ahead and put down a giant here and start the same cycle going again. Giant, and we'll put down the witch as well. Witch will defend along with the spirit goblins. Hopefully that giant will catch up and be in the lead. Indeed he is. I arrowed again that, oh boy. So the witch is a little bit faster than the giant. Make sure you remember that yourselves here. So it looks like he's going to get my left tower. I'm going to go heavy against his right with 3 musketeers. And then I'm going to rage it, guys. This is the combo. 3 musketeers, witch, and giant. He's not going to be able to counter this under rage. No way. And I take down his king tower. There it is, 3 crown. That was good. You know, so that's the thing with this deck. Sometimes you're going to have to make that trade-off. If they come after one of your towers really aggressively, or if you've chosen to go really aggressively against one of their towers, they're going to be able to take down one of your towers. This is a 3 crown deck if I've ever seen one, a power deck. So go for the 3 crown and be willing to give up some damage, or even in some cases an entire tower to your opponent here. So let's go ahead and start again. We're 3-0 today, but one of those wins that, not the last one, the one previous to that, I felt like it was kind of, I'm not sure if he gave up at the end there or what happened. So anyway, we're starting again with the same old thing here. We have the giant right off the bat. We're going to follow it up by with a witch here. And this time there'll be plenty of distance between the giant and the witch. We're going to put down some goblins real quickly here, try to distract that P.E.K.K.A. We indeed do so, but he's playing the furnace. That's going to be annoying this match. But let's go ahead and rage right off the... Ooh! I raged. It's going to actually do a decent amount of work on that giant on that tower, but the witch goes down. He was able to counter it with barbarians right on top of her. I'm going to go ahead and counter that Hog Rider you can see with the minions. That's not a big deal here. We have enough cheap cards in this deck between the minions, the goblins, and the spirit goblins to counter most of these opposite side, either Prince or Hog Riders. Anything speedy, we have the ability to counter. So now what are we doing here? Again, we're just rebuilding, recouping elixir. So I'm gonna put a giant down again. You know, as I said, now we're doing the same thing here. It's not rocket science, this deck. You have to be fast with your counters on this deck, but other than that, you don't have to necessarily, you know, it doesn't require a ton of skill to get this big push going. So we have the goblins. Oh, 3 musketeers. Got to rocket the 3 musketeers. And that's actually not a bad trade. I mean, 3 musketeers is so expensive that you can't really blame anybody taking them down by any means necessary. So that was actually a well-played rocket there, as opposed to a rocket against just a musketeer or something like that, or just a witch would be very, very bad. Okay, again, we're going to counter this Hog Rider with minions. Going to go ahead and do arrows against those goblins as well. Don't want to take too much more damage on this left tower since I haven't gotten too much damage done to the right tower. So, at this point, again, we're going to drop the Giant, and let's just see what he does here. So, a mini P.E.K.K.A, that's not too worrisome. I'm going to put a Witch down. Hopefully her skeletons will catch up before the mini P.E.K.K.A gets there. Putting Spirit Goblins down as soon as possible. Okay, so what's going on here? Mini P.E.K.K.A is down. Fire Spirits, my low hit point units are far enough away from the Fire Spirits. I'm going to go ahead and rage everything here, so I'm going to put down another Giant. You saw another Giant, and the Rage spell is there, and that is it, guys. Giant under Rage, and we cycled back to the Rage. So, wow. It looks like I'm going to get him again. Another 3 crown. This is it, man. You're not going to win every match with this deck. It's not the most powerful deck in the game, but man, you can totally power through some very, very decisive 3 crown wins if done right. And look at this, we're almost at 5,600 cups, which isn't bad for this early in the season. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and end it here. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.